But Mr. Kabongo from the Congo. All right, what are we learning today? Well, we're going to go over, I call radical transformation. It's something we have done in the past. In fact, we have done it with all the functions that we have learned. Now we're going to do it with radicals. All right, so let's talk about this transformation. So some things, so you know how we have the letter A, the letter C, and D, right? So I think by now we have done a good job with C, and also we have done a good job with D as a dog, right? So let's talk about C. C is like this. So when C is positive, your mindset would say, oh, because it's positive, it needs to go to the right, right? No, wrong. It needs to go to the left. It's kind of like a reverse mindset. And if C is negative, then this is the one that goes to the right, to the right. All right. So I would say reverse mindset. All right. All right. So let's talk about D. D is just nothing reverse. It's just a simple and straightforward. When it's positive, it goes all the way up. When it's negative, then it goes all the way down. All right. So D, nothing has happened, right? Basic stuff. I'm going to skip B. I'm going to come back to B, I promise. I'm just going to go straight to A. All right. So with A, we know it has to do with vertical. In fact, I might even write the word vertical with A. And for B, I'm going to put the word horizontal. So these are the ones kind of like that create the changes. Okay. So with A, if A is greater than 1, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to have what I call a vertical stretch. If this number A is bigger than 1, you're going to have a vertical stretch, okay? If the A is less than 1, then you're going to have a vertical compression, all right? And then last one, if A is negative, then you all know we're going to have a reflection, but reflection over the x-axis, all right? All right, now let's talk about the B that I kept for last. The reason why I kept it for last is because I feel like we haven't really explored much of the horizontal. Let me mark that again, horizontal shift. So let me just do a recap, or maybe it could be new for some of y'all. Let's talk about it. So with B, it's the same thing as vertical, but it's going to be different. Check this out. When B is greater than 1, earlier I said it should be a vertical stretch. Well, for us, it will be a reverse, an horizontal compression. All right. And then when B is less than 1, right, like a lower number than 1, here I say compression for vertical. You want to guess what would be for horizontal? It will be a stretch. All right. And then when B is negative, then, my friend, we have a reflection over the Y this time, the Y. All right. All right. So this is kind of like a quick recap, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're following along. You don't have this on, like, I didn't give you a paper. For those of you who come to my class, I gave you a copy of this. So I hope you are writing it. You know, you got a PDF version of this on Canvas. You can always print it and follow along. You with me? All right. Let's get to work. So with 5, so you see the C. All right, let's break it down. Let me just move up a little bit here. All right, we're good. All right, the +1 means we will go to, boom, left one. You with me? All right. The 2 means all the way up by 2. You with me? All right, good. Now, this 2 right here, because it's inside of the square root, then we are dealing with the pink one right here, horizontal compression. One thing that I forgot to mention is this. With the horizontal compression, you have what I call the 1 over B. The 1 over B. All right, so I'm going to explain that in a second. So let's go back here. So we're dealing with the horizontal compression. Are we dealing with the horizontal compression? Is the A, look at the B. Is the B greater than 1 or is the B less than 1? If you look at it, you said that B is greater than 1. If the B is greater than 1, then it has to be in horizontal compression. If you're asking me, how do you know that, Mr. Kabango? Because we just did it a minute ago, right here. We say if B is greater than 1, it is horizontal compression. So, but how are you going to say it? You have to say it this way. You have to say that it is an horizontal compression, but you have to say that it's over 1/2. Horizontal compression of 1/2. But why am I saying 1/2? Because when you're writing it in words, like I'm doing, you have to write it as 1/B. All right, in words. So here's what I'm saying. Again, let's look at B, for example. If that didn't make sense, I get it. It's all good. We're gonna do more practice. It will make sense. All right. So for this one, it's a negative. So we're gonna go to the right 3, and this one we have to go down 2. All right. So we have a negative on the outside, so that is a reflection over the x-axis, and this whole number is. The A value is less than 1. If you are less than 1, let's look at the playbook. Anything less than 1 has to be a vertical, right here, a vertical compression. So right here, we're going to say vertical compression. All right. Let's go to C. With C, let's pick a different color. Let's go with black. We have this. This is a positive +1, so we're going to the left. Left 1, and that's a +5. We're going up 5. And then check this out. We have a negative right there. That negative just means that we're going to do a reflection over the y, and we're done, right? But what about this 3? That's just part of the equation. You really don't have to do much with that. All right, let's go green. Number 6. Number 6 says, here's your function, right? So let me already just write it like this. So we have an horizontal compression by 1/3. And then we have a reflection over the x-axis. And then we have it moved to the left 3. So let me do the easy stuff first. The move to the left 3 will be here. Left 3 have to be +3. Right? What else did it say? Reflection over the x-axis. Reflection over the x-axis got to be the negative on the outside. Now, the horizontal compression, that's the one we need to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. Horizontal compression. So in the playbook for compression, B has to be greater than 1. Right here. Right? All right, so let's go back to the playbook. Come and go down here. B has to be greater than 1. All right, so, but they give me 1/3. It's given to me as 1/3, but you and I know is supposed to be written as 1/B. So it has to be greater than 1, right? So what you're going to put here is really 3. Because you cannot put 1/3. 1/3 will not work. Is less than 1. All right. So in Word, they're going to write it like that, by 1/3, like I did earlier, like I did here, by 1/2. All right, let's continue. I hope that kind of makes sense. If it didn't make sense, you can always go back to this video. All right, so we have an horizontal stretch by 5. We have moved to the right by 3 and down by 4. So it seems like we have 3 stuff to do there. I like to do the stuff that I'm comfortable with first. Move to the right. To the right, first of all, to the right, yeah, it's -3. Got it. And then we have a down 4. A down 4 has to be on the outside of the square root. Down 4, right? On the outside. And then we have a horizontal stretch. Now, horizontal stretch, that just means that the B is less than 1. I'm looking for a number less than 1. They gave me 5, right? I cannot put 5 out there. But remember, it's supposed to be 1 over the B. So you have to put 1 over 5. That's more like it. 1 over 5 is less than 1. That's it. All right. Just like that, we're done.